Everyone is celebrating, but I see something dangerous, very dangerous. You look at the headlines and see names like Alex Bregman and Edward Cabrera, and you think the North Side is finally ready to reclaim its throne. The media is calling us the absolute favorites to take the National League Central in 2026. They see a bullpen where the front office injected $27 million to patch up the holes. But I have been at Clark and Addison long enough to know that paper champions often fold before the ivy even turns green, and this current obsession with bargain bin outfielders makes my blood run cold. You want my honest opinion? You want the view from the owner's box if that box were occupied by someone who actually remembers the heartbreak of 1984 or the collapse of 2018? Here it is. We are playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs with the fourth outfielder spot, and the music is about to stop. This reminds me of the mistake we made in 2018. We had the talent, we had the momentum, but we lacked the finishing blow, the depth that actually matters when the dog days of August arrive. Now I see the front office sniffing around Miguel Andujar and Andrew McCutchen like they are scavengers looking for scraps. Andujar was the Rookie of the Year runner-up once upon a time, but that was nearly a decade ago. Since then, his career has been a series of trips to the injured list and defensive lapses that would make a little leaguer blush. Last year he stayed healthy, sure, but 1 year of health does not erase years of fragility. Then you have Andrew McCutchen. I respect the man. He is a legend in this division. But he is a veteran at the very end of the road. If we are relying on a player who should be planning his retirement speech to provide stability against left-handed pitching, we are not as strong as the analysts claim. We are desperate. We are trying to win a championship on a budget while pretending the luxury tax is a ghost story meant to scare children. It is not. It is a ceiling that this ownership is terrified of hitting, even if it means sacrificing a ring. Let us look at the technical reality of the names being tossed around. Mike Tauchman, the Palatine Pounder. The fans love him because he works hard and looks like a guy you would grab a beer with at Murphy's Bleachers. But let's be objective for a moment. He hit 263. That is fine for a backup, but it is not the production of a juggernaut. We already know his ceiling, and it is not high enough to carry us through a deep October run. And then there is Randall Grichuk. The man is a former Cardinal. That alone should make us pause. We should never be looking for St. Louis castoffs to save our season. He hit 229 last year with 9 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Read those numbers again. 229. That is not just a slump. That is a decline. If we bring him in just because he has speed off the bench, we are admitting that our roster construction is flawed. We are valuing versatility over actual repeatable talent. The front office thinks they are being clever by signing Dylan Carlson to a minor league deal with incentives. They think they are found money geniuses. But Carlson is a project, not a solution. We have Pete Crow Armstrong, a kid who can fly and catch anything that stays in the atmosphere, but his bat is still a question mark. We have Kevin Alcantara, who has all the tools but zero experience at this level. To fill the gaps, we are looking at Kyle Farmer, a man who has not played the outfield since 2022. He hit 227 last year in the thin air of Colorado. If you cannot hit in the Rockies, you are certainly not going to find your swing in the cold winds of April at Wrigley Field. The problem here is the philosophy. We spent big on Bregman because we had to. We traded for Cabrera because we were desperate for a young arm. But now, as we approach the start of pitchers and catchers reporting in less than 2 weeks, we are pinching pennies on the bench. A championship team is only as strong as its 26th man. If that 26th man is a veteran hitting 220, we are 1 injury away from a total collapse. I see the logic of the front office. They want low risk, high reward, but in the city of Chicago, we have had enough low risk seasons to last a lifetime. We need a killer instinct. We should not be looking at who is cheap. We should be looking at who is going to pinch hit in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded and the season on the line. Is that Miguel Andujar? Is it Kyle Farmer? My gut says no. We are told to be optimistic. We are told that we are the favorites. But being the favorite in February means nothing if you are scrounging for waiver wire pickups in September. We need to stop acting like a small market team trying to catch lightning in a bottle. We are the Chicago Cubs. We should be dominant, not frugal. If we want to actually win, we stop looking at the bargain bin. We stop hoping that a 37-year-old veteran finds the fountain of youth. We commit to excellence, or we admit that we are just happy to be competitive. I am not interested in being competitive. I am interested in parades. The plan was executed with perfection according to some. I call it unfinished business. Until we have a bench that doesn't feel like a retirement home or a rehabilitation clinic, I will keep my celebrations on ice. We have the core. We have the stars. Now give me a reason to believe the foundation won't crumble the moment a starter goes down. Let us see if the front office has the courage to spend what is necessary to actually finish the job. Until then, I will be here watching, waiting, and remembering every time good enough turned out to be a disaster. Fly the W. But only if you earn it. Would you like me to create a breakdown of these specific players' stats so you can show your viewers exactly why these bargains are a risk?